been a while, right? I'm so sorry. I've just been kind of all over the place so far this year. Trying really hard to find a new job and also trying really hard to shed about 20 pounds. I am so unhappy with my weight. And I've never kind of been at the weight that I'm at. Just very unhappy with my whole vibe. So I apologize for kind of being MIA for a while. I'm gonna try and do better. I wanted to discuss this case out of Kansas City kind of quickly today. It's not a like a murder as far as we know. It's not even really a crime so much, but it's very strange. And I wanted to share it with you guys and kind of see what you all think because I know what my opinion is, and I'm curious to see what y'all think as well. So, earlier this month, I believe it was on the 7th. Um, I'm sorry, yeah, it was. It was on the 7th. It was a Sunday, and there was a Kansas City Chiefs game playing. So there were these three like hardcore lifelong friends who were like major like I said hardcore fans of the Chiefs. So they had like a watch party thing at their friend Jordan's house. And it was like I said, three guys. They were Clayton McGeeney, he was 36, Ricky Johnson was 38, and David Harrington was 37. So now they went to their friend Jordan's house to watch the game, and I guess at some point when they left, they ended up in Jordan's backyard. Now, Jordan has no idea how this happened. He like said goodbye to his friends and he crashed. They obviously football party ish, guys are drinking beers and hanging out and, watching the game together. So now, for some reason, none of these men went home. They and their wives and girlfriends and fiancés and whatnot were freaking out, worried, sick because they weren't answering their phones, they didn't come home, they had no idea what happened. So, like, all day Monday, they're calling, their phones. And at some point, the phones stopped ringing because they, apparently died. And they, one of the wives tried to reach out to Jordan through Facebook Messenger. Just, to see, hey, do you know, like, what happened, where they're at? But Jordan didn't respond. Now, he would later say that it's because he didn't see the messages. Now, I know personally that I have had a couple of times where, if you're not Facebook friends with somebody and they send you a message, it goes into that message requests folder that, like, if you don't check it, you have no idea that they're even sitting there. I actually had one time, I didn't see one of those things for like 4 years. I didn't even know that file existed. And I have my Facebook set so you can't just send me a friend request. So, like, if I'm not friends with you and you send me a message through Facebook Messenger, I am just not going to know that it's there unless I specifically go into that folder, which I never do, right? So, it was actually funny because this was this one girl who I was, like, friends with we used to talk on, I think it was, like Yahoo Chat or something, like way back in the day. And like when Facebook came out, she tried to friend request me, or she tried to send me a message, say like, hey, it's me from, Yahoo, whatever. I didn't see that message for 4 years. So when I did, I was like, oh my God, what's up? Anyway, I digress. So yeah, come Tuesday, after, like I said, now they've been gone for like 24 hours. And of course, the wives and relatives are freaking the fuck out. Like, where are they? Where are these three dudes? So, they, at some point, like, one of the chicks, like, brother or friend, went to the house and was pounding on the door for, they say, 20 minutes. And now, mind you, also, the cars belonging to these guys are still parked there. Like, not in his driveway, but, like, on the street, like, by his house. So, it looks like they never left, right? So, this is, like, fucking weird, right? So, the girls, like, the dude that she sent there, like, after 20 minutes of trying, no one answered, he, eventually left. So, at some point on Tuesday morning, one of the wives got so worried that she went back over there herself and was pounding. And now, no one answers the door. So this girl actually went so far as to break a window and get into the house. And she, when she went in, she immediately, hello, like calling out, is anybody here, and like nobody answered her. So she's looking around, and I guess she eventually made her way to the back door of the house and opens the door of the yard, and fucking one of those guys that's been missing is laying there frozen to death. What? So of course she's bugging out at this point, and she calls 911, and the cops come, and when they start pounding on the door, all of a sudden, here comes Jordan. He answers the door in boxer shorts, holding an empty wine glass. I'm sorry, what? Yeah. So, and it gets weirder, because when the cops go and search, because of course Jordan gave them full permission. He was absolutely, you can do whatever you need to do. So the cops go, and they go in the yard, and they end up finding the other two dudes. All three of these dudes were frozen to death in Jordan's backyard. How? So the internet's going crazy, like it does. I mean, and this is a fucking weird-ass case. And considering it happened on January 7th, and we only found out about this, like, a couple of days ago, it took a while to, like, circulate the internet and get to the point where it's at now, where people like me and other YouTubers are, making videos and trying to figure this shit out, because it's fucking weird, right? Like, how do three men in their 30s, like, they were healthy men, how do they just freeze to death? And how do all three of them freeze to death? Like, how was it, like, maybe one starts to not feel well, the other two help them out? How did this happen, right? So, the police have said, and I quote, they were 100% not investigating this as a homicide. So they were not killed. They have not arrested Jordan. He's not even considered a person of interest. They are literally saying these three men died, and it's, like, not Jordan's fault. Jordan apparently did not have a clue they were out there. So he actually put out a statement through his lawyer, and his lawyer was on Banfield last night, and I watched it, and it was actually like it gave me, like, no answers. Basically, everybody's saying we just have to, like, wait for toxicology, because my theory, and now I also want to know what you guys think, but in my opinion, the only way that three grown men die all at the same time, if it's not from somebody shooting them or stabbing them or, straight up murdering them, it's usually drugs, right? So, I think that at some point, they're watching their game or whatnot, and one of them decides to whip out the party favors. Now, I'm not going to say that I think they all thought, let's do some heroin, because I don't think that. I think that they thought they were sniffing some lines of coke, possibly, and it was laced with fentanyl. That's the only thing that makes any sense to me. And maybe Jordan didn't know that they had it, so, like, they went into the yard to do it without him knowing. Like, sometimes people are like, you can't bring that shit in my house. You know what I mean? But because Jordan says he didn't know at all. He didn't even know they were in his yard. Like, he said that he walked them, like, over towards the door and were like, hey, yo, what's up? See you later. Shake hands, hug, whatever. Like dudes do. Later, bro, and they left out his front door, he says. So, and then he said he crashed and went to sleep. And he also said that he never heard anybody knocking or banging. He didn't get the Facebook message until after the cops came. He had no idea. And apparently he wears noise canceling earbuds and has a loud fan in his room when he sleeps. And so do I. I don't, not the earbuds part, but the fan part. Yeah, definitely. I need a fan to sleep. I'm one of those people. I mean, it started when I lived in Florida, and ever since, I have to have a fan on at night. It's just the white noise or I can't sleep. So, yeah. I really want to know what you guys think. Do you think that I mean, what else could it be besides fentanyl? Like, the dudes thought they were doing some lines of coke, and it was not coke. Or it was coke, but it was laced, because they're putting that shit in everything, even weed, which is like, why? Why are they doing this? So they're saying like that there's not going to be any charges pressed or whatever, and you know, it's a sad story, but it is what it is. So these families that are all over Facebook yelling, we want justice, for what? The weather? I mean, look, I understand it sucks and you're really hurt and you want to blame Jordan, but Jordan didn't even know they were still there, according to him and his lawyer. And apparently there was another person as well. Like, there were 5 people total. The 3 dudes that died, Jordan and one other dude. So, yeah. I just don't understand it, you guys. And it's been bugging me since I heard about it. So I just wanted to, you know, hop on here, because I haven't been on here in a while, and, like, just ask you guys what y'all think. Like, I'm clueless. Other than, and you know what was weird was when the news first broke, people were like, oh, maybe it was carbon monoxide poisoning. No, carbon monoxide poisoning doesn't happen outside, and it would be everybody, not just the 3 guys. I don't even know where that came from. That's the stupidest thing I've ever heard, really. Duh. Yeah, so that's the story. I want to know what you guys think. You know, let me know in the comment section, and if there's any cases that you want me to cover, let me know, because that's part of the reason why I haven't been on much, because I haven't really thought of anything to talk about since the Savannah thing, which, yeah, that's a big mess. I guess they actually had the baby removed from her body, and they had him in his father's arms at the dad's funeral, and then they had him in his mother's arms at the mom's funeral, and they buried her with him in her arms, which I thought was really pretty. But I really hate that case. Like, that is just so upsetting to me, because I'm mad at the kid who brought his 9 months pregnant girlfriend to a drug deal in the first place, but I'm way angrier at the dude who decided to shoot a pregnant woman. Like, ew, you're sick. And then the dude's dad and his mom or stepmom, like, helped him try to cover it up, I guess. And that's just, like, the whole family got arrested for it, which, I'm sorry. Like, I've said this before, and I've even said this to my kid. You ever hurt anybody or murder anybody, do not come to me, because I'll turn you in. Even my own child, I'm not helping you. That you're on your own, because no. What else? Oh, Delphi, Richard Allen went all the way to the Indiana Supreme Court to try and get his lawyers back, and he got them back. And I'm actually really happy for him that worked out. But unfortunately, he could not get the judge removed, and this judge is horrible. Judge Gohl out of Carroll County, Indiana. She's a horrible person. She has tried so hard to screw Richard Allen over. And look, if he's guilty, then, you know, after he's found guilty, then treat him like crap. But this is messed up, because we still don't know if he actually killed them. And I am really on the fence. Like, I really thought they had him at first, but now, after everything that's gone on with the Odinism and the prison guards walking around with the patches and shit, and I just don't know what to believe with that case. What else? The house in Idaho where the kids were murdered was demolished. So that was dumb, in my opinion. And apparently all of the families, they wanted the house to stay up until after the trial, but because you know how sometimes juries like to do the walkthrough. Like they did it in the like Murdoch case. Like it's kind of a thing. I mean, it's not. It's they're saying that more often than not, it's not done. And both the prosecution and the defense have said that they didn't need anything more from inside the house. But it still bugs me that they couldn't just wait till after the trial. I just realized Willow's walking around, but she hasn't done a cameo. Willow, come here. Come here. Come say hello to your fans. There you are. Yeah, say hello, fans. So I haven't seen you in a while, so I had to come and say hello. She's just such a precious little monster. I love her. She's the only, like, I swear I've been so depressed, and she's always here for me. Always. She is my emotional support animal. Yeah, and we both have separation anxiety really bad, right? Whenever we're not together, we get very sad. I want to play. She wants to play. That's cool, because I was about done anyway. But, yeah, so what do you guys think? Let me know. And, also, like I said, if you can think of any cases you want me to cover, tell me, because I could use some ideas. That's about it. Oh, of course, I almost forgot. I will include the various methods of tipping and supporting my channel. PayPal's the best, but I also have Venmo and Cash App, and I'll put them on the bottom of the screen and the description box. And I love you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. See you in the next video. Bye.